You want some water, honey?
Yeah, that's mine. I was looking for it. See, somebody just knocked it over.
Luckily, that's a lid. Excellent.
Yes.
So maybe some of you, I advertise this show now. I'm being real bold. I think some people think I may be a little, what's he up to with this name? The Soul Doctor, Peter Hasson. Well, I'm going to tell you, anybody want to know how I got the name?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not really?
For sure.
Anyway, so back in the 60s, the middle 60s, I was, I flopped into LA and immediately I hooked up with the right people. All the right music people, and there was Paul Butterfield and all those cats, and I became friends with all these people, the Doors, and Otis Redding. I hung with him a little bit. All these people, they're really great, wonderful people who happened to just make it. But beyond that, they were just, they didn't, with us they didn't lose anything. They just were human beings. And I used to sit around every once in a while. We'd have like a little parlor writing session, and so we'd be writing along, and they it'd be like pass the hat, or pass the stick, and then it's your turn, that kind of thing, and see what we'd come up with. So every time they'd come to me, I'd say, Lord, 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 hey, good God Almighty, that kind of stuff. Can't help myself. I was right back in church. And they look at me like, whoa, he's bringing us back to church, And then finally one old cat, we didn't move much, but every movement was pure and had a purpose to every movement that he moved. And he said, he didn't talk either. He said, Peter Hasson, the Soul Doctor. He says, he's got the medicine. If you got a hole in your soul, he's got the medicine. And everybody started laughing. Ah, Peter, Soul Doctor. And then, so I was down there for a few months, and before I knew it, nobody was calling me Peter anymore. They were calling me the Soul Doctor, or they were calling me Doc. All of a sudden I had this new persona. It was very funny. And I was about I was invited to one of the big producers' office, to sign a deal, and also a songwriting deal. And the luckiest stroke hit my life at that moment, and I didn't show up. And the reason I didn't show up was because I overdosed on heroin, and I was in the LA County Hospital. But now I say it was the most beautiful, lucky thing that happened to me in my life. Because from there, after a few days, I wandered up the coast, I went up into Oregon, and I went to a monastery.